Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to episode 35 of the European Road Trip with RB Leipzig. Today we have a situation to take care of and we'll talk about that more in a minute. But don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to click that notification bell to know when a new video goes up on the channel, and also don't forget to leave me a comment if you've got anything to say. You can see there is a must respond at the top right of the screen. Let's respond to it, shall we? But before we do that, we have to travel back in time to the 24th of June 2022. Diego Simeone has decided to leave Atletico Madrid after just over 10 years in charge. So what does that mean for us, I hear you say? But we'll then travel forward in time to the 10th of July 2022, where you can see I have been offered the opportunity to replace Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. And you can also see I haven't said yes yet. Until now. So here we are with Atletico Madrid. I have left RB Leipzig very much with a heavy heart. But we rejected Lazio, we rejected Juventus. I've done Italy. I wanted to go to Spain. They paid £3.9 million to get me out of my contract. We have brought many people with us. We've brought our assistant manager, Xavier Zembrod, Maurice Volts, Miguel Diacostino, and a couple of others with us because we were given a sizable budget to do that. So yeah, we've made the trip to Spain. And it's worth looking at the club vision because they want us to sign players under the age of 23. Didn't go well at Leipzig. It will go better here though, folks. Don't worry about that. Sign players for development, absolutely. Work within a wage budget. Minimum 4-year contract for players. It's all pretty standard stuff. But they want Champions League semi-final football. That was what really attracted me to Atletico Madrid. It's a project. It's not just a one-off thing. We could have gone to Juventus and had shed loads of money to spend, I would suspect. But this is a real challenge. Taking on Barcelona and Real Madrid, it is going to be a lot of fun, this. And also to qualify for Europe next season through the Champions League. Obviously, we're in the Champions League this year, which was another key caveat. And there's already stuff for me to do. So Ricardo Pereira looks like he's on his way to Liverpool for a fee rising to £55 million. 28. He's probably not going to get much better than that, so we'll probably let that one go through. Yannick Carrasco is an interesting one. I like Yannick Carrasco as a player, so we'll probably have a look at that. Although 17.25 rising to 29. We could probably use the money, although we've got a £58 million budget. We'll take a look at the squad in a minute and see where we really need to have a look at it. Victor Malojo is probably on his way to Porto on loan, a 21-year-old player. Again, we'll probably have a look at that. We may be better off keeping him around, but let's have a look at the squad, shall we? And it's a squad that I feel is going to be capable of doing many things. We've got Oblak in goal, Marcus Llorente, Luca Digne, who they've signed from Everton, Koke is still here, Jose Campano, there's Carrasco, Valsic, Jack Grealish is here. They signed him from Aston Villa. El Shaarawy, Victor Taiskov, who we eyed up at RB Leipzig, but I didn't really like the cut of his jib, so that'll be interesting to see how that works. Luis Suarez is here. Alvaro Morata is here as well. So they've got lots and lots of potential. Let's take a closer look at some of them. And the first one I'm going to have a look at is Luca Digne. I love this guy. Left back, but he bombs forward, he gets the ball in the box, and, you know, if he can do what he does in real life on Football Manager, he is going to be a great asset to this team. I love fullbacks who can overlap and it can also get up and down the pitch. Lucas can do that in spades. Work rate of 17, pace of 14, stamina of 16, so he does have that ability to go up and down as I need him to. One that I missed on the initial talking about the players is Christian Pavon. 26-year-old Argentinian international. Look at those physical attributes. Pace of 16, stamina of 19, natural fitness of 20, acceleration of 17. The boy is quick and he is going to be very much part of the first team picture going forward. And here is my midfield general. Now, I've never managed Koke in all the time he's been a footballer from '07 right to this point. I am delighted to finally get the opportunity to manage him. I mean, look at the attributes. Look at them all. 4-star box-to-box midfield player. He's only scored 40 goals in 388 appearances for Atletico Madrid. That needs to go up, in my opinion. And with the system we play, hopefully it will. Another player that I have never managed is Alvaro Morata. 29-year-old Spanish international. Will be fighting with Luis Suarez for the top spot in my team. And given the age difference, about 5 years difference between Morata and Luis Suarez, we'll probably look to bring in another striker as well. Yusuf Poulsen, I'm coming for you, son. He is very much a staple of this Atletico Madrid team. Tried his luck in England, didn't work out. He's been with Atletico Madrid now for 5 seasons and he's got his feet firmly under the table. So we'll see how that goes. And as I said, there is a decision to be made about Yannick Carrasco. I think he's going to stay, personally. I love him. I've managed him a few times down the years, particularly at Tottenham. He did great things with Tottenham in 2018, 2019. Scored a lot of very important goals. So Inter's bid for him is probably going to be rejected. Given that we're going to sell Pereira, that's going to be more than enough money to top up the kitty for me to do what I think I need to do. Moving on to the team report, there are a couple of areas of the squad we do need to take a look at. The goalkeeper is probably #1 priority. We need a backup goalkeeper to Oblak. Leo Jarmin is not good enough quality, only 2 stars, I'm afraid. So Jimenez can play right back. So Ricardo Pereira isn't needed, in my opinion. That £44 million is going to be better spent elsewhere within the squad. But a right back is certainly something we need to take a look at. 2 centre-halves, they're fine. We've got 7 of those. So plenty of wiggle room there. Left back, again, Hermoso and Digne are going to probably fight it out for that position. Vasilic can play on the other side. So, yeah, he'll predominantly play as a right back. But it's good to have one that can play right and left. I always like that. Moving out higher up the pitch. The midfield 2 is pretty much settled as well with 6 of those. We might look to just bring in one that can maybe do a couple of bits there. Attacking midfield, if we keep Carrasco, which we're planning to do, he's first and foremost on the right-hand side. Jack Grealish can play on the opposite side. We might have a look at another winger, maybe, because obviously Morata's going to play up the middle. Luis Suarez is going to play up the middle, so it doesn't really leave us many options there. Koke is front and centre to play in midfield and the attacking midfield position. Obviously, we've got to find room for Vasilek. We've got to find room for Campano. We've got to find room for Grealish. So there's probably not going to be a lot of activity here going forward. It's probably going to be maybe tweaking it slightly, but in the main, we're probably going to stick with the majority that are already here. So this is how the La Liga table ended up last time around. So Barcelona won the title by 8 points. From us, we're a point ahead of Real Madrid. Massive gap to Sociedad, who finished in the Champions League places. So Real Sociedad will be playing Champions League football this year. Valencia and Sevilla were separated by a point. Real Betis missed out on the Europa League, but they do end up in the Conference League with 63 points. Cadiz, Valladolid and Levante were relegated to the Segunda. Before we take a look at the fixtures to come, let's take a look at the season preview. So, despite Barcelona winning the title last year, as I've just showed you, Real Madrid are the favourites for the title at 7-5. Then come Barcelona at 12-5. We are at 7-2. So, there's not a lot in it between the top 3. Sevilla are at 25-1. Valencia, Sociedad and Athletic Bilbao are at 33-1. Everybody else is bar that. The 3 promoted sides are Sporting Gijón, Alaves and Almeria. And lastly for today, we are going to take a look at Atletico Madrid's fixtures for the coming season. So what we will do, we will come back for that game with Sporting Gijón on the opening weekend of the La Liga season. We'll look at the transfers that we've managed to do in between time. It's only 20 days till the start of the season, so there is work to be done. There are pre-season friendlies to be added in as well, a couple before we get kicking off. Obviously, it's always worth mentioning as well, we are in a World Cup year this year, so November and December are both out in terms of playing games in. but look at the games we have before the break for the World Cup. Barcelona at the Nou Camp, Real Madrid at the Metropolitan Stadium. Oh my goodness me. That is some list. Obviously, we've got Champions League games to play at the beginning as well. There is a possibility, of course, we could be drawn in the same group as RB Leipzig. And it's goodbye, Germany. Hello, sunny Spain, as we take our trip with Atletico Madrid. An interesting challenge, I think you'll agree. Obviously, Real Madrid and Barcelona are the superpowers in Spain. Atletico Madrid have had their success over the years, but it's never been very consistent at all. And with the squad that we've got, it should be. So that is the challenge for me going forward, to firmly plant Atletico Madrid at the top of the La Liga table. So that's all that's left for me to say is, if you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel but like to do so, please click that subscribe button down in the corner. Don't forget, if you've got any comments to make on today's video, please leave them below. Also, don't forget I'm a member of the Passion for FM team, and I'm also now promoting Community FM because it is all about the community. These guys do great work in promoting YouTubers, bloggers, Twitch players. They promote absolutely anything, and I'm delighted to be sharing that with you. So check out the Discord for both those things below, and I'd love to see you there. That was episode 35 of the European Road Trip with Atletico Madrid. That's right, Spain has now got a new resident in me, and I will see you next time to see how we got on during the summer and taking on Sporting Gijón. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.